Hey, it is currently 2:45 a.m. Probably like, why are you awake? I was working. Where do I start? Whoa, this shit's so loud. Okay, today, Monday. Yes, what did I do yesterday? Yeah, movie club. Did I do a video yesterday? I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Anyway, today was Monday. Technically Tuesday, but this is for Monday. And I woke up. Why was I in a rush this morning? Because I didn't do my morning pages. So I think I woke up like 30 minutes or so before I had my part-time job team meeting. So hopped onto that and then was grinding away for a little bit because then I had to go uptown to photograph the Columbia Black Student Association graduation ceremony. That was lovely. Ran into so many people and was just reminded that New York City is such a small town. But was there until 4. And then bought some lunch and came down and did some work and had a super quick call, and then went to Devil Wears Prada with my roommate. And then we came back around like 9:30, and then I just kind of worked straight from till 2. I checked in on my boyfriend and then worked. So yeah, it's been really busy just because like last week was chiller in the sense of I wasn't doing shoots. So with shoots comes turnaround times of editing. So I did a headshot shoot last week on Friday. We did the graduation shoot Saturday. I have a graduation shoot in 2 days, I believe. And like 2 inquiries came in. And so you have to turn those around and then like just planning where I need to be and how long it takes me. And I'm like kind of like a medium to slow editor. And especially with headshots and graduation photos, I send them low-res copyrighted selects to make their selections of the ones that they want. And then I edit. So it's like kind of 2-part rounds. So today I really wanted to ensure that I sent out the shoots that I did and sent them their selects today so that hopefully I hear back from them and can work on them. And did a lot of photo workshop stuff. My email was a little backed up from this weekend, so responded to some inquiries. Did a lot of work for my part-time job. Got some stuff done and organized. And then really just trying to make sure, like, as things really are getting busier, trying to make sure that I don't abandon the people in my life. So I had a nice check-in call with my mom on the weekend and hung out with my roommate with the movie, checking with my partner, my boyfriend, and like making sure like our date nights are scheduled and stuff. And so we have a couple of quality time this week. And also like I have my day off on Thursday that I'm really, really hoping I can maintain. I was supposed to do tree counting volunteering tomorrow, technically today, but I canceled because I need to just log in and like get these photos edited, and while I'm waiting for them to send their selects, like get photo workshop stuff done and hammered down and solidified, get some stuff for my part-time job done, get some other stuff done that I need to do for myself and my business. And yeah, so I was like, I just need to cancel it, unfortunately. So I did that. But yeah, I think Thursday is most likely going to be like a half day off. I think I'm going to spend during the daytime off my laptop, and then maybe like when I come back, we'll do light work, like maybe like 2 or 3 hours of work. Since last week with the reading deprivation week, I think I mentioned this, maybe I didn't, but that was the most I've worked in a week, 51 hours. So that's seeming like today was like a 13-hour day. Yeah, so I'm trying to like plan ahead. Like I really looked at this week. It was like, okay, we have the workshop, and then there's the hike that I have to go on for work, and then there's my hopefully day off, and like planning for things. Like there's just a lot, right? So just being really proactive in my planning. And I was like, okay, how do I make Tuesday a little easier for myself? And it was, let me just handle some photo workshop stuff. And so I handled everything that was like pending, scheduled emails for my work and my other job. And so all of that stuff will go out. And hopefully by the time I wake up, because my thing is I just need 8 hours, so I'm probably going to wake up around 10. By the time I wake up, hopefully I'll have responses for a bunch of stuff and like can move on with things and kind of get things going, versus if I waited to send all that stuff till tomorrow, and then who knows when I would have heard back, you know what I mean? Like we're trying to like expedite that whole process. So yeah, that is the process for this week. I didn't eat well today. I don't remember what I had for breakfast. Breakfast I had waffles, and then I had like 2 cookies at the thing because I woke up late. I was intended to wake up early, as always. And then I had Chick-fil-A. That was a late lunch, so I didn't actually have dinner, I'm realizing. Which is not good, and I'm like breaking out. Which some of it was period, but it's almost done, so this is now like just like not eating well. Pimples. And thankfully a lot of my back pain has gone away because I'm doing more movement with shoots. So there really is a direct correlation with like sitting too long and my back and body like really aching and having a hard time. So I just have to move, which I've always known. But I can't even fathom trying to fit in runs in my life right now. The good thing is, like, we're no longer going to San Diego, which is what we're supposed to be going next week for a half marathon, but we canceled. So I'm like not training for anything right now. New York City training I probably won't start until next month. But like it is a little hard now to plan. Like my weeks, y'all, my days, like I'm looking back at the first quarter. I thought that was the busiest it was gonna get. So I've been very busy, a lot of conversations, a lot of really cool things potentially in the works. Again, like I mentioned before, I don't really believe anything until like I'm signed something. Oh, speaking of signed something, actually I don't know if I'm supposed to say anything, never mind. But something super cool happened that I signed on to and provided stuff for, but we won't see it till next year. Oh, what was I saying? I don't remember. I don't remember what I was saying. Oh, yeah, I'm just trying to make sure that, like, things are converting into money. 'Cause there's a lot of cool things that are happening potentially, and, like, it's just making sure that I am following up on stuff and, like, showing up to stuff and putting myself out there. Like, I got a reminder from one of the Bisco curators. He was like, you should be doing portfolio reviews, especially since now you're freelance. Like, and initially, and I know this, I just like forgot it, but I have this misconception of portfolio reviews. Again, I know that what I'm about to say is true to be true, but portfolio reviews, I'm like, oh, like looking through your portfolio, letting you know if you need to fix stuff, right? But there's a secondary function to it. Some may argue it's the primary, some may argue it's like what happens after, where editors who look at your website now know who you are. They're like, oh, I really like your work. Now you're on their radar to potentially get hired by them. That is a huge benefit. So I think I was like, oh, I don't need someone to look at my portfolio. I know what they're going to say. They're going to say I have too much on my website. They're going to say cull it down. Like, I already know. I've done a lot of them earlier in my career. But it could be helpful to get in front of different people to potentially get like more freelance work, or like dive my toe back into like photojournalistic work and reporting. So yeah, I'm that's something to think about for sure. and I'm definitely going to be better at that on. Yeah, but I'm just trying to make sure, like, the money is evening out. Like, I don't think I'm going to make rent this month. Maybe we may. I don't think we're gonna make rent this month. Yeah, I don't think so. We'll see. You never know. Anything can come through. It's also just like waiting for payments to hit too as well. So, the only thing I get not quickly, but the only thing that I do get quickly is graduation photos or anything payment through that way. So we'll see. I am going to post. I haven't posted. Oh, one of the people I took graduation photos of, he went viral on Instagram with the photos. I was like, oh, that's so cool. And one person did reach out from that. He was like, oh, I saw this person's photos. Because I saw him earlier today and he told me. I think once I post graduation photos on my feeds, that will generate potentially, hopefully, more like people reaching out to get those booked. Because it's the season right now, you know, like it's good to take, I hate the word take advantage, but, you know, seize the opportunity for that. So much to think about. I just try to keep, like, you know, there's so many cool things happening and it's like, oh my God, that's awesome. You know, my life's gonna change. Not really, but like you have that essence of feeling. But just trying to really make sure I like still have the head in the game. And we're still like, look, okay, I need to go to bed. I'm about to fall asleep. And no, I didn't get to do OverExposed today. So that's going to be a tomorrow thing. But I'm going to go to bed. Because I don't have a choice, apparently. Okay. We'll chat tomorrow. We don't have a lot of time, okay? It's almost 5 minutes to midnight. So we're going to try and keep this short and sweet. I know I missed a couple of days, so I have a couple updates. So it is it's Thursday. Oh my gosh, it's Thursday. Okay, it's Thursday. Here's what you missed in Hannah's life. All right, so Monday. What happened Sunday? I don't remember. Monday. Had a meeting. Was grinding, doing some editing. I think I had grad photos on Monday. Was Sunday Photoville? Was that this Sunday? Yeah, whoa, it was. Yeah, Sunday was Photoville. Came back to the movie. Yes, okay. Monday. Did I do a Monday check-in? I don't think I did. Monday, had an extensive to-do list because I had to send selects for the grad photos that I took on the weekend, and selects for headshot / portraits that I took like the Friday before. And so I did that in the morning on top of like my part-time job stuff. Then I was photographing the Black Law Student Association from Columbia's graduation ceremony. So I was gone for like 4 hours uptown doing that. That was so funny. A guy I matched with on Tinder like 2 years ago was there graduating, and we had never met in person, but it was funny. We were supposed to go on a date once, and then like I wasn't over my situationship, he wasn't over his thing. I was like, we can't do it. And then we were supposed to meet up again, and I think it didn't happen. It obviously didn't happen. And so that was our first time seeing each other in person, which I thought was hilarious. And then I also ran into like another person from a past life there, and it was just, the city is so small, but did that was a hoot and holler. Came home, grinded, was editing, because then my roommate and I went to, I think I did a lot of like photo workshop stuff on Monday. Yeah. Because my roommate and I, who's also my best friend, we went to watch Devil Wears Prada 2 in the theater, so that was fun. That was a little fun thing. I am patting myself on the back because I think I've done a really good job with like staying really busy with work, but also like making time for friends and loved ones. Like I think I interact with, like I think I haven't gone longer than 2 days without interacting with someone that I love, like in person, on top of like on the phone. So that's been great. Oh, that reminds me, I need to check up on a friend. That was Monday. And then, and then I came back, and then I think I did I'm pretty sure I stayed up till like 2 a.m. working. Because in my head, I was like, I would rather go to sleep. Yes, I think that's what I did. Because I was like, I'd rather go to sleep knowing all of this stuff is done than waking up in the morning and trying to scramble and stuff. So I think that's when I sent out all the selects and edits and stuff to people so that I could wake up to their like decisions. And that was one step closer to being done with that stuff. Tuesday. What happened on Tuesday? 1 second. Oh, I was gonna say let's consult my iPad, but it's in the other room. I don't remember what I did on Tuesday. Monday was Black Rod. Tuesday, I may have had like Tuesday down as like because I had stayed up. I slept in. I did laundry. And then I think I was like editing. I must have done something that evening. I don't remember. Yesterday, Wednesday. Oh, this is gonna be wild. Hold on, let me check my calendar real quick. I consulted my calendar. I did nothing. Well, not that I edited photos. I wasn't doing nothing. And then it was date night with my mans. And we watched My Father's Shadow. Beautiful. Gorgeous. So good. That had been on our list for a while. We've been trying to catch it in person for a minute, but we keep missing the screenings. And I know they're screening it for African Film Festival next week, but he won't be able to make that, and I wasn't gonna go without him because we both wanted to see it. So anyway, we got to see that. We streamed it, and then we paid for it and streamed it. Like, we rented it, and then next day, what did I do? Jeez Louise. I think I was just editing in the morning. Yeah, I must have been editing, doing photo workshop stuff. And then I went to the freelances I had grad photos. I had grad photos early in the morning. Wow, sorry. I had graduation photos early in the morning in Central Park at 7 a.m. That went really well. Came back, was editing and working the whole time up until I had to leave for the Freelance Isn't Free conference that the Freelancers Union did. So I went down to Civic Hall for that. That was great. Was there till 5, and then I'd planned like a surprise early birthday mini gathering / like hang out with my boyfriend day for his friends because he's like going through with an injury. So I was like, get well soon, we love you / happy early birthday. So that was so funny. It was like I was in a sitcom because I'm picking up ice cream cake that I ordered near the venue, like over the conference, and I call him like an hour, and I'm like, hey, when there's an hour left to when people arrive, I'm like, hey, by the way, because I know how people can be, if like people start knocking on your door and you're not mentally prepared for a lot of people being in your space, or if it's not clean the way that you want it. So I was like, I'll give him an hour heads up, just generally being like, people are coming over. He's like, cool, great. So I grabbed the ice cream cake. He's like, can you pick up an order for me? Because I was already in the area, like at the store. I was like, absolutely, picked it up. And then I also ordered us dinner because the ruse was like, I'm gonna make us dinner. That's how I guaranteed that he would be home. And then I was acting like, I forgot to go to the grocery store. I'm running late. Like, I'm just gonna order us food. Smart. So I got some Thai. So tell me why, while I'm on the way to Thai, after I'd already placed the order online or like on the phone, I'm on my way walking, and it starts to like drizzle a little bit, and I'm like, no. 2 blocks away, it pours. Torrential downpour. I got my laptop in my bag, this big order box in one hand, ice cream cake in the other. And I also had like a get well soon card and like little teddy bear for our friend who also isn't injured, and his girlfriend was coming, so we're gonna like sign the card and give that to her to give to him, right? I'm like, fuck. So I run to Thai. I get inside, I pay for the food, I call an Uber. He was like, I got you, I'll call an Uber from the Thai place to his place. I was like, awesome. Tell me why. Uber's on the other side of the road, right? I have to walk across the crosswalk. I'm walking across. It's still pouring, okay? I hear a rip. I look down, brown paper bag with the ice cream cake and the teddy bear and the cards on the ground. The rain just sabotaged the bag. I'm staring at it. The people in the cars in front of me waiting for the light to turn, who are going to hit me if I don't move out of the way, are staring at me. So I'm trying to pick everything up. I like managed to get it because I also have, again, hand order and now the Thai food, like our food. The Uber driver opened, I just see the door slowly open in the back. He reached over, opened it for me. I get in and I look at the ice cream cake I need to actually insert a picture, Hannah, because it's so funny. I wish I'd taken a picture of what it looked like before. So I get there, and, like, naturally, like, half the people can't come, which actually worked out really well in terms of space. And we were just all it was such a good time. But I was laughing the whole time. I was just like, this is so funny. Like, where are the cameras? Like, this is a sitcom episode where it's like girlfriend tries to do something, like, special for boyfriend, and everything goes wrong. But, like, not really. So that was a really nice time. And then today was supposed to be my day off. Yes, today was supposed to be my day off, and then I realized yesterday that I hadn't booked anything because I want to get my hair done and cut. I want to get my eyebrows done. I wanted to get a massage, and I wanted to do something else that would require an appointment that I can't remember. And, you know, unfortunately couldn't find things last minute. And, like, it was already late, and I was like, I can't figure out where I'm gonna go. Oh, I wanted to go to a yoga class in the morning, yes. And my boyfriend had found a place, like a yoga spot for me, but I was just like, I didn't bring any yoga clothes. It was a mess. So I ultimately was like, you know what, I'm moving into next week. Also, I have so much I have to get done because this week is gonna be crazy. It's like every week I'm like, this week is crazy. But this week's gonna be a lot. So I was like, this actually works really well. I believe in everything happens for a reason, genuinely. So I'm glad, because today was cold and rainy, like, and I just edited. I, like, got the graduation photos done and sent. I got the selects for the photos that I took yesterday done and sent, and I'm done with 2 of the shoots. I just have to process them through Photoshop, and of course, naturally, and I was going to stay up and do that, but naturally, Photoshop is like, error's not working. You're going to have to uninstall and whatever, and it was taking forever, and I said, this is tomorrow problem. Now I'm going to bed. So I made significant advancement in that, and then I did some business stuff, which I'm going to come back to that as well, but, like, just a quick preview into the week. Tomorrow, have a lot... Sorry, drama. It was my roommate. I was like, why is the light on in the hallway? Quick preview into the week. Tomorrow, like, 4 meetings with my part-time job. My friend is coming over. I'm helping her undo her hair in exchange for her buying me lunch, which is perfect because I'm running out of food in the fridge. Then I have to go pick up books that we're selling for the book club that my job does. So I'm gonna go pick up the books for that, and then go to the store, film some content, come back uptown, go to, like, a affordable housing event, and then, oh my god, and then I'm going back into Brooklyn, I'm going back into Brooklyn for a game night. I just processed that I'm gonna be doing I'm doing Harlem, Washington Heights, Brooklyn, Harlem, Brooklyn. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. What have I done? Wow. Okay. Low-key may just ask if I can crash at my friend's place. Wow. Okay, well, so that's tomorrow. And then Saturday is all about finishing the photo workshop, because that's on Monday that I'm teaching. So I just need to revise the deck from the deck that I taught last year and put some final touches on some stuff. And then we're going to get Ethiopian food with my friends. And then there's a friend's comedy show later that evening. Sunday, all day Sunday is hiking with my job. So, like, I'm out of capacity then. And then Monday is workshop. And then go to a bookstore with some friends right after. So, all that to say, it's a good thing that I didn't take a day off today, because I needed to edit. And I could have done more, and I should have done more. But I got a little sidetracked because of something that I learned at the conference, and now I'm totally over time, but that I wanted to spend talking about all this. But at the conference, they had a pricing workshop that was actually so helpful. And she was just talking about, like, how to think about things and how you should have, like, a revenue goal, which I didn't even have. Like, I have a goal of how much I'd like to meet, like, to survive the year. But she just did it in such a different way. So I redid my rates for a bunch of different stuff. I got an inquiry for portraits, which I've never gotten an inquiry for, like, portrait shoots. Like, I have for headshots and graduation, but, like, not an engagement, like, special event stuff, and not, like, a portrait shoot. I haven't gotten a quote on or a request for before. So I made packages for those. I made packages for headshots. I upped my rates for graduation, so they were $250 was the lowest, or like for solo, and now it's $375. Yeah, price has gone up. We've been in Photoville and Visco with Visco, okay, and Black One Photographers, right? Price is up, okay. But anyway, that was all in alignment with like what I learned in that workshop. So I was spending a good amount of time, like an hour or two, working on all of that, just trying to figure that all out. And I want to go deeper into it, but anyway, all that to say, I could have done more editing today, but I didn't. Oh, and then I washed my hair, did the whole process. She was out. I've been doing twists for the past month, I guess, at this point, but last week I had her out. Which, like, can you believe this time last year my bangs were up here? Now they're here. I did my whole flaxseed stuff and everything, and I was supposed to put it into twists. But then what happened is I had a hair mask in, my deep conditioner Olaplex mask in, and you're only supposed to leave it in 3 to 5 minutes. I leave it in for 15. I ended up leaving it in for like 2-3 hours because I was so locked in on the editing. I was like, I just want to get it done before I like go wash my hair and commit to the process that's going to be styling it. So I washed my hair, and then I was like, okay, I really want to like finish these 2 other ones. So I was working on those. I checked the time. It's 9:30. I still haven't eaten dinner, and I still haven't styled my hair. And I'm like, fuck. Or was it? Yeah. Oh, yeah. So then I kept working. Because I ate food. I made food, and I was like, while I eat, I'm going to work. And then naturally, after I finished eating, I kept working. So then it was 11:30, and I was like, I'm really not about to style my hair because it's going to take like 30 minutes. All that to say, I'm going to have to do it tomorrow. So I already have like K18 hair mask in, like the leave-in. So I literally have my products out staring at me. So tomorrow at some point, and it has to be before 9 a.m. It actually has to be before 9 a.m. This has to be the first thing I do in the morning. I need to re-wet my hair and put it in twists, which is perfect for the busy week that I have to keep her up. And then Wednesday, it'll be exactly a week, which is around the time that I wash my hair is a week. I'm gonna go get it done, so it fits my schedule. Anyway, all that to say, I need to go to bed because this is all requiring me to wake up. But yeah, I just feel like, yeah, I'm gonna share insights and life stuff, I guess, like more thoughts tomorrow if I remember. I am a little, not frustrated, but like I did miss 2 morning pages. And I just started the week yesterday, and I haven't done week 5 yet, really, I guess. And then I missed 2 days of this. So, like I've said before, that kind of happens when, like, I'm preoccupied. But that doesn't mean it's a good excuse. So, I need to figure that out. But anyway, I'm gonna go to bed. Yeah, I have so much I want to say. But it's already been probably like 12 minutes total, so we're gonna go to bed. Good night. Oh my gosh, also one last thing, the photo workshop. We're almost sold out. We have sold 19 tickets, and we're able to provide 2 free spots. Not many people have submitted to the free spots, so we still have 8 spots technically that are open for free. But yeah. So I'm so excited. There's been a lot of cool things with that happening, and I'm just really proud of the work that I've been putting into this, and like it wouldn't exist without me. And I'm just producing the shit out of it. So I'm having fun. I'm having such a great time. This is everything that I love to do, and it really is like validating that teaching is something that I want to do, and putting things on like this is something that I want to do. And I feel like there's alignment with planning that and doing community stuff with that, the general community stuff that I do, and my creative community management position at my part-time job. So everything's just been in so much alignment. But yeah, we're basically sold out, which is amazing. And the other sessions I'm simultaneously planning. So it's a lot of hard work. And we're not getting paid. Or I'm not getting paid. None of us are getting paid but me, the main person. Not getting paid, and I don't want to get paid. It's for the love of the game, and it's for the people. Power to the people, okay? So, yeah, I thought that was exciting. I really wanted to share that because I haven't been able to share that because I haven't chatted with y'all in a minute. Okay, now I gotta go to bed. Hey, what's up? How y'all doing? Let me sit down. It is midnight. It's been a day. It's been such a great day. I don't even know what day today. What is it today? Friday? I think today's Friday. Wow, this week, roller coaster in such a great way. Honestly, I think since last week, I'm losing my voice, I think. But let me run you through today. I believe I did one of these check-ins yesterday. I can't remember. Last night I stayed up late editing. And I wanted to continue editing so I could finish out some grad photos and portrait photo, but my Photoshop wasn't working. So I was like, okay. So but I had stayed up late doing that. So the intention was to wake up early, 5 or 6, in order to grind, because between 9 and 10:30 I had meetings, and then 10:30 till 12:30 I was helping my friend unbraid her hair, and then I had another meeting 12:30 to 1, and then I'm supposed to leave at around 1 to go to Sister Uptown to pick up books for book club. For Outlandish, part-time job, and then go down to Outlandish, film some social content, come back to Harlem, come into an event for a potential project that I'll be working on, and then go back into Brooklyn for a game night that a friend was hosting. What ended up happening is I didn't wake up till 8, and last night, as we saw, my hair was still, I just washed it, and it was still not done and styled. So I was like, okay, I know I'm going to be busy and locked in for the rest of the day. I need to get the hair done. And unfortunately, I did have to miss another morning page. So I've missed 3 now back to back, and I feel not great about that. But I woke up and was locked in to getting my hair done. Didn't even eat breakfast. I think I just had yogurt, not even an official breakfast, which isn't good. These aren't good things. But from 8 to 9, I think it was 8:30 to 9, I locked in and I just braided, and these parts are terrible. It was just I needed to have them back and I needed to have it done. I'm not dealing with it down, especially this week. So got that done, hopped onto one call for 30 minutes, another call for 30 minutes, another call for 30 minutes, and then a call for 15 minutes, and then my friend was here and we started going through her hair. We put on Wuthering Heights. I didn't get to finish it, and I also wasn't able to really fully pay attention, so I guess I'll maybe rewatch that. I'm not pressed to, but I like the composition and stuff of it, but I can't tell you anything else about it, or if I was even interested to continue it on. And then ended up being on a call for work. Another 30 minutes was sending out some emails. Then my friend treated me to lunch. We picked up some Chipotle on our way to separate. So she was going to go get her hair washed and braided. And I was going uptown to Sister Uptown to pick up books, which was great. It was my first time up there. And so essentially, they just needed a couple copies of the book club book selection for my part-time job, Outlandish, for the book club that they host. They wanted to sell some in the store. So we were looking for places to buy, and that's now my responsibility. And I was like, wait, instead of buying from a Barnes & Nobles or the Strand or Simon Schuster, what if we look for something more, relevant to groups we want to support, especially local small businesses. And I was doing Google search, Sister Uptown came up, and I remembered that Sister Uptown had last year gone through a scenario, they may still be going through it, where they were at risk of being shut down after 20 plus years of running because of not being able to make rent. So there was a huge community rising to commit to shopping there and making sure to support them. So I remember that, and I was like, oh my gosh, let's do that. Even though it's further up from where I live, it's a little out the way, it's gonna make it even more complicated to travel down because I'm gonna be going deeper into Brooklyn, yada yada. So I went up there, pre-ordered some books, went to the space for the first time. It's gorgeous, it's beautiful. I made a little video for just to post on my socials at some point. Then I went out to the store, I filmed an hour of content, I bought some new stuff, I forgot about that, because of the hike this weekend. So I wanted, I was gonna get a hiking bag, but I think I'm just gonna use my running vest, and then I just bought some trail pants and, a tick repellent and some socks, some hiking socks that are moisture wicking because it's gonna be raining, so that was, a good play, I think. So I hung out there at the store, and then I went to my friend's for game night. So I didn't end up... Excuse me. Also, let's just wait for the sirens to go. I did end up I went ahead and canceled early in the day. I just didn't realize that what I had agreed to was, Harlem, Washington Heights, Brooklyn. Which I've done that before. Even for me, that would have been wild. So I canceled the event. It was just an event. I just messaged the organizers I'm so sorry, I can't make it. And then I decided to splurge on a car back because I probably would still be somewhere in Brooklyn if I was on the train. Primarily it was a 12-minute walk to the train. It was dark and my bag was heavy. And I was I don't want to walk it. So I did spend $60 on a car, which that is what it is. So, and now I'm back, and I'm actually not going to bed. I'm gonna sweep up because I had to rush out after we both left, my friend and I, after doing her hair, so I need to clean up all of that in that area, and then I want to edit. I'm going to edit. I'm gonna stay up probably till 2. No, I mean, it takes a little longer, maybe 3. I think I'm gonna give myself a limit of 2 a.m. to knock out the grad shoot and the portrait shoot that I have, leaving just one pending shoot, a graduation shoot, and I'm just waiting for them to send me back their selects. I gave them till Sunday evening, just so I can get that off my chest, because tomorrow I'm going to work on just not the whole day, but during the day, work on the teaching deck that I have for the workshop on Monday, as well as I'm going to stop in mid-break, go on and get some Ethiopian food with some girlfriends, and then come back and just work on that. If I finish early, I may go to a friend's show, comedy show that they're producing, but it's really just going to be dependent. If it's in Brooklyn, I'm not going. I haven't checked the location. I'm really bad at checking locations. Clearly, I say yes, and then I look at the location, I'm fuck. And yeah, so we'll see if I go on that, but tomorrow's just dedicated to photo workshop, sending all the emails that I need to send, finishing the deck, the agenda, the run of show, all of that stuff, just having that done, because Sunday, I think I've mentioned this already, it's going to be full day hike, so that's going to be a whole other experience, and Saturday will also probably just be coordinating with the owners on the stuff with that. So all that to say, I want to finish all photo editing things today. So that's what we are aiming to do. So, and I also had a friend call me on the car back tonight, just a few minutes ago, hired me for a photo workshop for just an hour to teach people about it, and there's some cool organizations and groups involved with that. So that's awesome. So that will be next weekend, not this weekend, coming weekend, but the next weekend, which is pretty great. So yeah, that was today. I feel my friend and I were texting very briefly. I need to text him back. But we're how just everyone I've talked to and spoken to, we're just all in such a good place. But it's we're all so busy. He was vibe check, and I was I feel like a chicken with my head cut off, but in the best way, in a really good way. It's all good things. I just really, 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 especially with the part-time job, I really need to organize my time better. And it's what I anticipated would happen, that it's gonna force me by force, because we all know I've been trying to wake up at 5 a.m. and I had one good week streak of that. This by force is now I have to do it. If I'd woken up early today when I should have, instead of pressing snooze the 4 times that I did, the day would have been much more, I probably would have been able to finish at least one of the photo galleries that I had to send off. So, yeah, So, you know, it's all live and learn, right? Like, I can go to sleep now and tell myself that I'll wake up early, but I know that I can stay up. I know that I can't guarantee that I'll not press snooze. So I'd rather push tonight and edit instead of be like, oh, I'll just wake up in the morning, knowing myself I won't. I can convince myself that I will, and I set the alarms intending to, but when I'm in that bed and I got sleep on the eyes, you're not waking me up. So we just got to go off of that. We can't be aspirational in this scenario. We just got to, just like a little head floating. We just got to commit to it. So yeah, I've only eaten one meal today, which is not good. Chipotle. There was pizza at the thing, and they sent me, and the game night, my friend sent me back with 2 slices, so maybe I'll eat one, although I just don't want to eat pizza at this hour. That freaking steak has been sitting in my fridge waiting for me to cook her. Hopefully it's tomorrow. Hopefully I'll get to it tomorrow. So I'm just a bit, like, exhausted. I feel like all over the place, but it's manageable in the sense that I know what I have to do. Like, it's not like burnout. I know what I have to do. It's literally I just have to wake up earlier. Like, genuinely, that will change everything. And now that I have this job, just like being better about what I sign on to socially. Like, I think I've done a really good job of being around friends and being good at assessing, like, I can't make it to this thing, I can make it to that thing. I think I just need to be a little bit more selective, just to ensure that, like, I'm getting stuff done that I need to get done. But really, like, before I even have to do that, the primary thing is if I can start waking up at 5 a.m. Like, that one week that I did it a couple weeks ago, bro, perfect. The amount of time I had, the amount of shit that I would get done by the time it was noon, like, it was perfect. So I would prefer to pull that lever before I start pulling the lever of, like, I can't maybe have to say no to hanging out on stuff. So yeah, that's the exciting things. I am very excited, even though I may not look it. I'm just like heavy on my mind, just the things that are coming up. I know I'll be able to breathe a lot better by the end of Monday because the first workshop would have been done, all that stuff. So yeah, and my boyfriend's out of town and I miss, but it actually is really good because I'm so busy. Like, I can kind of lock in and focus on all of this stuff. And by the time things simmer down a little bit and I get a little bit of breathing room, by Tuesday or Wednesday, he'll be back. So yeah, and yeah, I have some, like, family updates and things like that, but that's more personal that I won't share. But things are looking pretty good. Just a little, like, and it's interesting because there's this woman on TikTok, this young girl, and she, I don't know if she's like a teenager, but she, young woman, she does the whole, like, I'm trying to get 1,000 rejections, right? And I started doing that at the beginning of this year. I've been keeping track if I remember to. And I was doing update videos on TikTok, but, like, I cannot keep up with, which is my point, what I'm about to get to. But someone stitched that video or, like, commented on that video and made their own video about it, being like, you need to be ready, though. Like, you need to be ready for, because the whole idea with the rejection is kind of exposure therapy, but also don't close the door on yourselves and you'll be surprised by what things will say yes. And I've experienced that, right? But the other person, the secondary person, was like, you need to be ready. Like, you need to be ready for when it hits in the best way. Like, how are you going to seize the opportunities that come your way when you doing all the stuff, right? So I feel like I'm in the zone right now where everything's coming. Like, everything is like, whoa. Like, ever since Photoville, another one. And there's also things that I didn't get. Like, I just found out 2 days ago I didn't get
an open call. I found out I like that this photo school I had applied to, I think I already mentioned on here a couple weeks ago, at this point maybe a month ago, I got waitlisted for ICP. I'd gotten in 4 years ago. I didn't do it because I couldn't afford it, so I applied again. I was like, I'm basically a shoo-in. I got in last time and my work is much better than when I was in college. No, I didn't get it. Didn't really take it personally. It's just, it comes down, these things come down to who you're being compared up against. That is what that is. So I was on waitlist, and then I got an email today being like, hey, like, you're still on waitlist. Our classrooms are our capacity right now. Like, we're done, but we can still keep you on waitlist. And I was like, nah, it's good. Just take me out now. Like, take me out the game, coach. So there's equally stuff being like, no. There's drawbacks to a lot of things. Like, I haven't been able to work on any grants or fellowship stuff. I haven't seen anything recently that's like stuck out to me. There's still a couple that I'll do a little later in the year. I've already marched down to at some point start working on, but I haven't been working on like my project, and I think a part of me right now is just focusing on the part-time job, and the reason I picked it up is so I can start saving to fund the project myself and just incrementally start working on it so I can show proof of concept. And the biggest thing that I need right now, which is the biggest what I wanted financial support for the grants, is equipment. So I'm just trying to save so I can have that and then be able to slowly execute what I want to happen. So that's been on a standstill, right? Like, that was such a thing that I was focusing on for like 3 months straight. And so just every single month, like, a new thing takes front of what I am focusing on and prioritizing, either by choice or just with what's in front of me. I would like to be a little more better at like consciously deciding we're going to put this thing on the back burner and focus on this thing. What's kind of been happening more is like something will come up and then I just like devote fully that time and then kind of forget about something else. So instead of me actively deciding I'm going to do that, like, it's like what's in front of me, I just like lock in on, and then, oh, like, didn't we just want to focus on this month? What happened to that, right? I'm not good at like actively being able to decide what we're putting up front and what we're putting in the back, kind of. I don't know if that makes sense, but those are just growth points that I'm focusing on. I'm also really, really focusing on, I haven't started yet, but like, I've done research phases, but contracting, and I want to transition into having software now that I have a job, or like a part-time job with consistent income. Like, I can up how much I'm investing in my software, so I just don't have the time to be updating my budget. And like, I would like to have an invoicing automatic system and all that stuff, and essentially like something that counts my receipts and keeps track of my expenses, because I can't keep up. At the beginning of the year, I could keep track of my hours, all the stuff. I could do that at the beginning of the year, the first 3 months, and we all know I built out those spreadsheets that I have. But I told myself even then, and I'm pretty sure I said it on here, like, I want to do it from scratch so I can understand my numbers and the process. And then as time goes by, be able to be like, okay, this is something that I feasibly cannot keep up with, versus like, this is something that I'm okay with continuing to do myself. Like, I think my budget, I always will do by hand, but just because I've done that for the past 4 years and I really understand and like how that works. But for like keeping track of my time, I need a different way to do that. For like keeping track of expenses, I need a different way to do that, because I'd be forgetting to upload receipts and all of that stuff. So like that, it's just, I've really learned what's been going on. So really thinking about business, really thinking about rates. I'm really, really lucky and grateful that I haven't really had to do much marketing. Like, a lot of stuff I get organically through inbound. I haven't had to do like outbound, essentially me reaching out to people to like, hey, like, here's my services or whatever. But there are a list of names that I have of people that in groups that I have like offered to look over work or whatever, and in that scenarios, or help me with grant applications, or have connections that I can be like, hey, I am freelance, I am able to help support on these things, and yada yada. And I haven't even done like outreach to former editors that I used to work with and had been in conversation with. Like, there's so many stuff that I haven't even pulled, and I think I'm really trying to figure out also what I want to be spending my time on, because I thought it would be fully on Studio Roots, my photo project. But I found passions for a bunch of other stuff as well, and I believe I mentioned this in prior calls, where I really am focusing on not rushing that experience. I think there's an element of me that kind of wants to focus for as long as I'm in Harlem, which I don't think will be much longer. I still have a significant amount of time left on my lease, but I am considering moving out of the borough after 4 years of living here, or the neighborhood, and it should be its own borough, but the neighborhood. And so I really want to like make sure I tap into the community here and involve them in the shoot, because that is where this idea came from, and that's who I wanted to initially work with, is Harlem residents. So I'm also just trying to be mindful about all of that. So all of that to say, like, I'm really just trying to think through what am I prioritizing right now, and what do things look like, and what are the different streams of income to be thinking through. And I'm really tapping into the educational component of the side of me, and with this photo workshop, as well as now with this other group that I'm doing a workshop with, and looking into potential opportunities with those, and like speaking fees. There's just so many things that you can bring money in through different ways. And so I'm trying to get better at identifying what I actually want to be doing, and what I would ideally, in an ideal world, like offshoot, right? Like, I know in an ideal world I would love to have a personal assistant. Like, I need one. If someone needs one, it's me. I would love to have someone like clean for me, do my laundry, and meal prep for me. Like, that would save me literally hours. Like, go get my hair done regularly so I don't have to worry about these things. Like, there's a reason why we do not have enough, there's not enough time in the day. Like, everyone does not have equal time of day in a day, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Because if you have the funds to be able to like outsource a couple of things, it changes everything, right? So like, even conversations about virtual assistants, like I would love to get to a point where by the end of this year I have somebody helping me out. Because I can't even begin to tell you what my days look like. If you saw my calendar, and I am like the type A person too, so I am like as organized and probably best equipped to be handling all these different responsibilities, and I'm not burnt out. Like, I'm not there yet. I don't think I'm there. I think like I'm maybe 60% of the way to a burnout, which is why I'm really putting into place like having a day off next week, and I need to figure out cadence and like regularity of how often I want to schedule day offs for myself and what those look like. So anyway. Oh, and a friend called me earlier who is also, he has a podcast, and he's just been such a great like inspiration and just touch point person. He called like out of the blue just so we could catch up, and so it was really nice talking to someone who's also just in the thick of it, in what they're doing and dreaming and building, and being able to be like, oh, like, you've also probably felt this similarly. He's like, yes, like, I 100% understand, like, trying to find the harmony with the work that you do that is also play for us, and it's what we're passionate about, but we're also like, okay, we can't forget about the people in our lives, so like, how do we make sure that we're doing this? And he's like, yes, I just scheduled like a week. I've decided that I need to have a week off every single quarter, I believe is what he said. So just like drawing inspiration from each other. I mean, me more, I can't speak for him, but me more so than him maybe. So that was such a great conversation to have, and like even just with my friend who texted me and checked in, and I'm so grateful as well for my boyfriend who's just so supportive and like just like keeping me sane, and just like such a great energy to be around, who just like grounds me truly. I think I'd be floating all over the place otherwise. And just, yeah, I'm just very, very grateful for my community. And yeah, but we're not overwhelmed yet, but I think like genuinely, if I just like, if I get to a point where I'm waking up every day at 5 and I'm still overwhelmed, that I definitely will like tap back things. Or I think there's a lot of things that I need to do and that I can do that'll have me structured and in a much better place before I decide that I need to take things off my plate. Like, it's not just waking up early, but like working in chunks in the day, right? Like, okay, focusing on 2-hour chunk each day on photo workshop stuff, focusing on a 2-hour chunk with my part-time job, and then focusing on 2-hour chunk or like 5-hour chunk of editing and photo, like customer work and stuff like that. Like, I think if I really structured my days like that, or figured out like what different days get dedicated to in a week, right? Maybe Monday is social video editing and content stuff day. Maybe Tuesdays will be this day, like whatever. Like, I think there's so many things that I can look into and start refining in my routine before I'm like, maybe we need to drop X amount of things, or we need to hang out with friends less, or we need to drop the part-time job, which I don't want to do. Or we need to do this, or maybe we need to like raise our rates. I raised my rates. The price has gone up. All right. And I raised my rates because I was like, if I'm going to be doing these things that take a significant amount of my time, like graduation foods, they take a lot of time. It takes a lot of communication back and forth. It takes the actual day of getting there and photographing. Then the editing itself takes a lot of time and process. And I like almost doubled the prices because I said, if I'm going to do something that's taking me this amount of time and it's taking away from other things that I could be doing that also potentially maybe make me money or just like are part of my work practice, like it has to pay for itself in a different way. So yeah, I'm not that affordable anymore, but I am offering sliding scale for everything that I do for anyone specifically who asks. I'm not broadcasting that besides here, but I highly doubt many people will even make it this far in this video. And if they do, that's fine. Like I'm not trying to like hide it. It's literally on the graduation page. There's a sliding scale tab. I'm happy to work with people with what their budget is because that's very important to me. But I also know that in order for me to continue to do the good work that I believe in and for the larger community, I need to have more time. In order to have more time, I need to have the time that I do spend that's billable actually paying for what I need to happen, right? Like if I'm charging higher prices, I can maybe cut down to just doing 5 graduation photo shoots a month instead of 10 or 20 to make the same amount of time, to make the same amount of money, but it's a significantly double, if not triple the amount of time, which means less time for me to do community work, you know what I mean? So like if you can get higher paying clients, that pays for itself to let you free up and be able to do more impactful, important work that I want to do. You heard? So that's something else that I learned in the freelancing Isn't Free Day conference that Freelancers Union did yesterday at this point. I don't remember anymore. 2 days ago. Yesterday? Was that today? I don't know. I don't even know where I was this morning. But no, it must have been yesterday. Wednesday, right? Today's Friday. No, today's whatever. I can't even keep track of days. At some point, the workshop, she was like, you need to position yourself. Like, positioning is very important. So how are you positioning yourself? Who are you positioning yourself to? Yada, 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 yada. So much to think about. Very, like, business structure focused this month. May has just gone and went. I have not been able to do much of my curriculum stuff. That reading deprivation week really threw me off in terms of, like, having the capabilities to continue to read. I am reading a really nice book right now called I hope you're happy and I hope you're, I don't know, it's by Busrat something. I hope you find what you're looking for. It's really good so far. I'm really enjoying it. I'm really learning a lot. I really, really appreciate it so far. And hopefully I get to finish that by tomorrow in some way because it is due tomorrow. And then it's like on hold anyway. So I haven't been able to do much personal stuff, honestly, which is not good. And running, haven't done that thing in like 2 months maybe, which is not good. I know. I keep telling myself I just need to adjust. It's a readjustment period. I'm like, but it's like we do have to, like, I hate that consistently. The thing that has given is my physical activity and my eating. Forget about eating. Eating I have not been doing well. Which is why I'm like, I wish I could just meal prep. Have someone do that for me. Because it takes so much time. Anyway, those are my first world problems. They're so valid. And now I've chatted for 30 minutes, and that was 30 minutes I could have been editing and cleaning and all that stuff. So honestly, team, chat. You know how I said at the 30 minutes ago, like I'm going to go to sleep, or I'm going to work and then go to sleep in instead of wake up early and take that risk. I may just go to sleep, y'all. I'm so tired now that I've sat here and yapped. The like momentum that I had when I walked in isn't there anymore. So that was a mistake to start doing this before I did the work. I thought about it too. I was like, maybe I should do it when I'm done with everything. And I was like, this will be super quick. As we know, whenever I say something will be super quick or I'm gonna wake up in the morning, it doesn't happen. And it's not that I am full flicker. It's just like I have the intentions of being disciplined and true to my word and integrity when it relates to me, not like other people. With other people, I follow through as best as I am able to. With myself, though, I struggle, and that's not good. That's not good, and I'm self-aware about that. And I'm looking at something that just reminded me I have 2 other things I need to do. Okay. I'll check in with you tomorrow. Hi, let me turn on the light. There we go. Hey, okay. 2 a.m. I just popped a pimple. I shouldn't have done that.
we gotta get this rolling because I gotta be up in 3 hours. Today, I was supposed to wake up. Remember how I said I was gonna wake up early? Whenever I say it, it doesn't happen. So I slept in. I was in this bed till noon. I was like, fuck it. Got a little bit of work done and then went off to Queens where we went to Makina Cafe with the girls. Such a beautiful restaurant, like so gorgeous. The decor was beautiful. It was like not deep in Queens. It was sunny. It was in Sunnyside. It was hard for everyone to get there. I think because the 7 was down was the biggest issue, but it was hard for me to get there. It was hard for the Brooklyn girlies to get there, and it was hard for the Queens girl to get there. So like all of us struggled. But it was good. I will say I probably rank it my second favorite Ethiopian Eritrean restaurant in the city. I don't have, mind you, I don't think highly. Okay. This is gonna sound bad. I'm not bashing on anybody. I just don't think that there's good injera in the city, and that is like almost a universal agreement with anybody that you ask in New York City. It just doesn't hit. So like we're always super anxious to try new places. We're like, is this gonna be the one? And this was actually like pretty good. Like I would, if it wasn't so out of the way, I think I would go pretty frequently. My number 1 is Haile. Just because like consistently it's been pretty good for me. I think also like even if the flavors were the same with Piyun Makina and Haile, what I like about Haile is they have a meat platter, which that's the only thing that would make it worth it for me to spend about $30 that you inevitably spend at Ethiopian Eritrean restaurant. Which is what you should be paying for the quality that you get, or like the ingredients and everything. But like if I'm just paying for dodo for $30, I can't. Like that hurts my soul. I would rather get a meat sampler. At least you get a little bit of different what's. I'm like, okay, that is a little more feasible for me logically. They didn't have a meat sampler at Makina. They had the vegan samplers. They had 2 different vegan samplers, but they didn't have a meat sampler. So like that like kind of knocked it down a little for me. But it was great, and the owner's sister was there, and I know the owner, and so we got to meet her sister, and she gave us like some arake samples, some sambusas on the house. Like it was such a vibe, and we're having such a good time, and again, just such a gorgeous space. So it was such a nice time with the girls. Afterwards, we stopped by a panaderia, and I got my favorite cookies. Then I came back and gave myself like 30 minutes of social scroll time. And then I got to work. So I sent off a grad edit. I sent off like final. She came back with a re-edit, and I re-edited her based on her request and sent it back. So we'll see if she has any other thoughts. They get 24 hours to like do that. Technically it's just 1 round, but like I'll be down to like if she's like, it's still not there, like I'll do like 1 more. Sent off another portrait one, and then like sent off a grad select. So like photo wise, I'm done. For photo workshop, it's on Monday, and so I was scheduling some emails to send out for tomorrow and doing a little bit of organizing with that. We're at 23 tickets, which is awesome. So I was sending out all the logistics for that, filling that stuff out. So all I have left is to like revise the deck that I taught from last year. That's going to be a tomorrow evening task. And then afterwards, I like was preparing for the hike. So tomorrow's hike, it's my first hike. I'm not fully leading it. I'm not ever going to be leading them, but like we're still in the transfer of tasks in the part-time job. So part of the primary role of my job is to help manage the hiking, and the book club. And this will be my first hike that I attend. So I am looking forward to it. I'm a little, like, I'm not nervous, because like it's gonna be fine. It is gonna be rainy and cold, so I think more so I'm just like not looking forward to being in like cold and wet, but I am looking forward to hiking. I am a little nervous about the hike, mainly because I'm out of shape. So we'll see how that all goes, but the morning will be a little chaotic. I do have to wake up in 3 hours because I need to eat breakfast, go grab some lunch at the deli, like maybe some like bagel sandwiches, and take that with me for lunch on the hike. Get to Brooklyn, pick up some coffee, help open and set up, and then greet people and do the whole thing. And like once I get on the bus, it's kind of chill. My role is just then social content management and like answering any questions people have. But from then on, we just follow the guides. So I am excited about that. It's going to be a very long day. We don't get back till 6, which means I won't get back home till probably like 7:38. And then I just have to kind of go straight into like deck prep and all that stuff for the workshop. So it's gonna be a lot. I am looking forward to Monday at 4 p.m. because that's when the workshop will be done and I can breathe. And I have my day off on Wednesday. I'm so excited. So yeah, I there's a lot of things like this is going to be what my life is like now, in the sense of like there's a cadence every 2 weeks where I have a field trip or a workshop or a hike or a book club or all of those happening at the same time. So this, like, I don't want to always be in a state of I can't wait till the end of this so I'm like can feel good. This definitely, there was a lot of like just mismanagement of time this week, on top of like, yeah, I would say mismanagement of time / I didn't block out the time accurately and I slept in and like things didn't work out the way I wanted it to. But with more proper planning and like doing things in advance, especially for the next coming workshops, since I have everything that I've done for the digital saved, like templates, emails, rollout, schedule, everything, it's going to be much easier. I don't have to make a feedback form from scratch. I don't have to make emails from scratch. Like I have it all. So from now on, it'll be easier. Same with the hiking stuff and the book club. Like it's all like, I'm like onboarding for everything right now, I guess. So it's going to get easier. So I'm like, there's a part of me that's like, is this my life now? I'm just going to be in a mild state of anxiety with everything. No, it's just the growing pain right now of like the learning curve of all of this stuff. But they're all aligned. It's all really nice how like what I'm doing at the photo workshop and what I'm doing with Outlandish is all community programming oriented. So it's like all stuff that's like already aligned. So very similar like skill sets, and like I'm learning from each of the stuff and yada yada. So yeah, that's where we're at. I'm proud of myself for already packing and getting everything ready, because like that will make the morning so much easier. My hair is already up in braids, just gonna put a hat on and we'll be like set, and hopefully I can snooze on the train there. Probably not on the bus, because that won't look good if I'm snoozing on a bus, but like on our way back, I think it's reasonable for me to close my eyes a little bit, or I'll just save it for my train back home. But I'm Brooklyn. So yeah, very excited. So we'll see how it all goes. I have a feeling tomorrow I'm gonna be like, hi. Hopefully I won't catch a cold. I can't afford to be sick, because I just need to be in good health and shape for the workshop, because I'm teaching it. And that's another thing about the workshops is like, this is a heavier lift for me because I'm teaching this one, the full one. The other ones we're not even having one full person teach it. It's like broken down to different people. So this is the heavier lift of it in terms of like what's needed from me. Actually, it's going to be heavier lift for all of them because I'm the lead producer on all of this stuff and programming and all of the things. But I'm feeling great. It feels good to be stressed and anxious and like, not anxious. I keep saying anxious. I'm like not that anxious actually. I just don't have enough time in the day. Like that's really just it. I just get frustrated that I'm like, I don't have enough time in the fucking day. But otherwise I'm like not anxious. Overwhelmed, yes, but not anxious. It feels really, really good to be like tired and like overwhelmed with things that I deeply care about and that actively make a difference in the world in a way that I feel I can contribute. So it's all good stuff. That being said, I cannot wait till Wednesday when I have my day off. I cannot wait. Okay. So I'll see y'all tomorrow and we'll see how it goes. Wish me luck. Hey. Definitely thought I'd be more fatigued in my little hello. Yo, we did it. We made it. We survived. Today was really good. I somehow won the transit lottery today, because I woke up, I had like a yogurt for breakfast, then I went to the bodega, or the deli, and I picked up 2 turkey bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches on a roll with some mayo as like partial breakfast, but also like the lunch, because I forgot to think about packing lunch. Anyway, so I do that, and the guy at the counter is like, oh, where are you going? I was like, hiking. He was like, what? He's like, yeah, well, in my country, I was also like running around the mountains and stuff. I was like, yeah, come with. He goes, no. But I see the bus pull up because the train wasn't coming up this way this weekend. I sprint, I catch the bus. I'm like, great. And then I get off the bus and everyone on the bus starts running to the train station. I'm like, what do you all know that I don't know? So I just start naturally jogging along with them. And I'm so glad I did, because we caught the train right when it arrived. The next one wasn't going to be for another like 15, 20 minutes. So they were on it. They knew that schedule. So I went, picked up the coffee and the donuts, opened the store, and it was lovely. It was me and the owner, one of the owners, and his daughter, a little baby girl. She's so sweet, and it was so smooth. I had prepared the night before, like with everyone's names and organized everything, so that made check-in super smooth. And I'm someone who, like, in any job, especially when I'm starting out, I ask a shit ton of questions. Like, I hopped on the phone with the marketing person a few days ago and I was like, tell me everything about like the entire process. And I was just thinking through the whole thing, any question that I had, wrote it all down. So then like it was so smooth, and I'm so glad I did, because it just made everything smoother for me. And I'm someone who, like, I'm so good at chaos and being thrown into something and figuring it out. Like, the number of times I have attended events and ended up helping because I'm like, what is going on? And I can just figure things out pretty quickly and like get things moving. That's who I am as a person. So this naturally was that. And like, I would have been fine without the answers, but because I like grilled everybody on the team about what to expect, like it went really well, I think. And yeah, and once we got on the hike was so lovely. It was raining the whole time, but we had a lot of tree cover, so it was nice. It was perfect, honestly. Got to meet so many amazing people. Yeah, I felt, one person said something after, they were like, because I had said in my little intro, like, it's my second week, and like as creative community manager, and one of them said the community was managed, period. And I was like, oh, thank you. So that was lovely. And then I lucked out again. The train arrived, both of them. I got home, gave myself like 45 minutes of scrolling time, maybe like 30 minutes, honestly. It wasn't that long. And then I started working on the deck while I was eating like my leftover bacon, egg, and cheese. My boyfriend and my mom called. Mom was like, are you alive? And then they were both doing like mental checks. And I got the deck done, got like the feedback forms done, everything. So tomorrow will be smooth. Got the run of show done, like everything done and ready. So that's all ready for tomorrow's workshop. So now I'm like, feel so good about it, especially because I've just taught it before and I reorganized things this time around. The only concern I have is time. Like, I didn't like practice this, and I know last time we went over, but last time we were trying to fit in, I was trying to fit in digital phone and film. So this will go much better because it's just digital. So it's just a matter of like keeping strict to my time that I outlined for myself, which I think should be okay. Like I allocated a good amount of time in the beginning. The first session is the hardest part, or like the longest part, because it's pretty extensive, but we'll see how that goes. And then once I am done with that, I'm done. I think the group chat was gonna go to a bookstore. Depending on how easy it is for me to get there from where I will be, I may back out, just because like I need rest. I just want to like do nothing, except I'm not going to be doing nothing. I'm going to be editing grad photos, because one of them just sent me her final selects. I'd like to get her done Monday ideally, because then Tuesday I have grad photo shoot in the morning, and I think I have some events in the evening. Something's going on Tuesday evening, but anyway, yeah, so trying to get those done. Like, I hate being backlogged on photo editing, so I've been really good at like getting things back out pretty quickly relative to how I used to. And it's just because I got so much other stuff going on. Like, I literally can't afford to have like a weight on my shoulder of something else. But I especially want to get that out of the way because Wednesday's my day off. So that's what I'll do on Monday, as well as I'm gonna schedule like hair appointment and all that stuff. I still have not put out OverExposed from last week, and I haven't put out the reading deprivation week video. And with what time? The past few days with what time? So gotta do that at some point. And then the newsletter I haven't done. Anyway, so many things, but and it's like basically end of May, which is crazy. It is the end of May, basically. It is. I keep saying basically it is. Wild. I haven't done any reading, like any curriculum reading. But I know I'll be able to breathe easier. It's like none of this stuff is hard. It's just like it was a lot of stuff back to back. Especially with like the photo editing stuff. So I think I just need to be very, very good at like blocking time to edit so that isn't because that takes up the most of my days. And I need to be better maybe at spreading out shoots instead of like back to back, so I don't end up in the scenario that I've been in the past week and a half where it's like boom and then 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 boom. But also like you don't want to limit, you know? Anyway. Oh, I have a site tour. That's what I have. Yes, that's what I have on Tuesday. Anyway. I'm gonna get a little more sleep than I got yesterday. I did knock out on the bus. Last night I only got 3 hours of sleep, but I knocked out on the bus to and from. Today, it's midnight. I'm probably gonna get like 6 hours, 7 hours of sleep tonight. Maybe 6. Because I need to allocate for eating time. I haven't done morning pages. This is my longest streak. I think I'm just gonna restart week 5 because it's been like 4 days and I don't want to skip it. So we're gonna restart it back at some point. Anyway, I'm exhausted, but we made it through today. I'm very proud of you, girl. You're a superwoman. Genuinely. I'm amazed, astounded, and exhausted. So I'll see you tomorrow.